And hello, everybody. Welcome back to LFC News. I hope you're all well. A bit of a quiet week, yes. Whilst we haven't necessarily been that consistent this year, you can't help but miss the football. And to be fair, it's not a bad thing. We're not out of competitions. We just got the luxury of qualifying into the top 8 in the Champions League. So, of course, missing this round. And we'll find out our fate, of course, very, very soon after tonight's games. But a little bit of a fun one for you today. And I have a feeling a lot of you guys will enjoy this secret reveal that we're going to be discussing in today's video. We'll also go through all the sort of Liverpool news from the last 24 hours, do a little bit of a roundup for you. But as always, guys, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. Now, firstly, I just want to talk about Alexander Isak. Since Isak sort of fractured his fibula when scoring against Tottenham in December, Liverpool have relied solely upon Hugo Ekitike up front due to Jadon Danns also being injured. However, the Reds' record signing is on his way back now, thankfully, and is estimated to return around the end of March or beginning of April. Now, Sweden's head coach, Graham Potter, latest comments line up with those dates, as well as he hopes that the striker will be available for their crucial World Cup qualifier against Ukraine on March 28th. So a little bit more of an update there with regard to Isak. And yeah, it's certainly interesting, although I'm kind of hoping, Sweden, I don't mind Sweden really that much, but, you don't want them to just throw him into the deep end straight away when he's not fully there. Selfishly, that's the way I'm thinking about things. But let's get into some developments here today, guys. And here we are. Yes. We are getting to that time of year where the next season kits are revealed. And I didn't lie to you. I do feel like a lot of you guys would like this one. A bit of a throwback to the Crown Paints era. But apparently this is a bit of a reveal from Footy Headlines of what Liverpool's away kit's going to look like next season. As you can see, I like the way that Adidas do with the different badge, the older badge. But it does seem as though we are, of course, going to be wearing white and red, or more of a maroon red and grey detailing, to be fair, with this jersey. As you can see, the background pattern as well with there. But the Adidas Trifoli logo as well, and the shielded LFC badge, and an all-over inspired 1970s ticket stubs. I do think this looks absolutely amazing. And of course, just because it's like the render right now, you haven't really, it's going to pop when you see it, certainly. But just a question to you guys. Are you for these kind of throwback jerseys with a different badge, like the Liverpool Shield badge? Or do you like to see us keep the same sort of badge? Do you like Adidas? Do you prefer Nike? I'm loving these Adidas kits, man. I really, really do enjoy them. And this certainly is an absolute belter. So do let me know what your thoughts are down there in the comments.
Something said behind closed doors and then repeated publicly has sparked a wave of frustration among Liverpool supporters. In the wake of growing debate around team selection and the club's emerging young talent, Arne Slot has made a revealing admission that few were expecting. It wasn't explosive in tone nor controversial on the surface, but the implications have certainly struck a nerve. With momentum building both on and off the pitch, this latest insight from the Liverpool boss has quickly become a major talking point, and not everyone is on board with what they've heard. Growing excitement around Rio Ngumoha has been impossible to ignore in recent weeks, but now Arne Slot has offered an explanation that has left sections of the Liverpool support frustrated. With supporters calling for the 17-year-old to be handed his first Premier League start, particularly after another lively cameo in the dramatic 1-0 win away to Nottingham Forest, Slot has made it clear why he and his staff are still holding back. Ngumoha once again injected urgency and unpredictability from the bench at the City ground, immediately stretching the game and unsettling defenders. His direct running and willingness to take on opponents has prompted many to question why he is not starting ahead of Cody Gakpo. Yet despite the clamour, Slot insists the club are handling the teenager's development carefully. The numbers underline just how rare Ngumoha's involvement already is. He has featured 16 times for Liverpool this season across all competitions, with 4 starts coming in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. In the Premier League alone, he has accumulated 89 minutes, making him the most used 17-year-old in the division. Only Brighton's Harry Howell comes close with 80 minutes, and even among 18-year-olds, just 7 have played more. For Slot, that context matters. He has incredible potential, otherwise at 17 years of age, you don't play as many minutes as he does in the Premier League, let alone at Liverpool, the Dutchman explained after the win. I don't think there's any other 17-year-old that has played so many minutes this season in the Premier League as he has. So that tells you how much of a talent he is, and we think he is. Slot was keen to stress that Ynwa's growing influence is no accident. The winger is, in his words, getting stronger, both physically and mentally, and his recent appearances reflect steady internal progress rather than reactive decision-making. He's making progress more and more, and that's why lately you see him playing more and more as well. He gets stronger, Slot continued. Against Forest, Ynwa's headline moment came in a sharp 1-versus-1 situation that showcased his fearlessness. But Slot pointed to other, less glamorous details that impressed him just as much. Apart from his moment where he had that 1-versus-1, there were also 1 or 2 other moments where he showed that he stood his ground, he said. And that is, of course, what you need, because you face 25, 26, 27, 28-year-old athletes, mainly as your opponents. We are a bit of an exception in terms of the age of our group of players. Most teams we face have players of different ages and different physicality. So for him to show this already at 17 says something about his talent. In other words, Slot's reluctance is not a lack of belief. Quite the opposite. The Liverpool head coach appears acutely aware of the physical and psychological demands placed on a teenager competing against seasoned professionals every week. But it was his final point that may have jarred with fans eager to see Ynwa unleashed from the first whistle. But as we all know, talent is only the start of a career, and you need so many other things. As we've shown today, Maka a great example of mentality. That is something you need to get a career at this level. That reference to mentality, using Alexis Mac Allister as the benchmark, underlines the gap Slot still sees between promise and permanence. For supporters desperate for fresh energy in the starting 11, the message feels cautious. For Slot, it is calculated, and Ynwa's trajectory is clearly upward. His minutes are increasing, his physical resilience is improving, and his manager speaks about him with unmistakable admiration. Yet, the revelation is clear. Liverpool are not prepared to rush him, no matter how loud the outside calls become. For now, patience remains the plan, even if not everyone is happy about it. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.